Borderlands 3 sucks. Welcome, listeners. This week on Just Neapolitan, we talk about video games. Joined by Nintendo Man. Maggie and Floyd are here. Wow. Fucking the intro up. And I'm your resident Midwest horror story, Bryan.
Midwest horror story.
Jesus. Yeah, that's what that was right there, eh?
Eh?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Oop.
I was going to say the murderer is chasing you and you get stuck between a wall and a couch or something. You're like, oop, just going to squeeze right past this real fast.
Oop, yep, just coming right past you, bud. Oop. Coming through.
The murderer's like, no, I'm in the way. And they're like, no, I'm in the way.
Was it this arm you wanted to cut off or this one?
Yeah, I'll just hand it to you. It's okay. No, I don't need it. No, you're fine. You're good.
Fine.
You're good.
Yeah. That whole thing.
Love being a part of the Midwest. Although Chicago, I feel like, is kind of a 50-50 where there are people who are absolutely Midwesterners at heart that are just like, oop, gonna squeeze right past it. And then just some of the meanest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah. Illinois is a weird one. Well, so is Michigan, right? Because not technically the Midwest.
Yeah.
But definitely acts like the Midwest. But it's like the Midwest meets Canada.
Yeah.
Especially the UP. Especially the UP.
My coworkers, I have a lot of coworkers somehow from Kansas, and at least twice a month my coworkers get into an argument about whether Kansas is Midwest, the Midwest or not.
Right.
And it literally is. It is part of the Midwest. I've Googled it several times for them over and over and over again, and it is part of the Midwest. But one of my coworkers just absolutely refuses to believe that. They're like, it's not even in the West. And I'm like, yeah, but neither is really the rest of the Midwest.
Yeah, the whole Midwest is basically just is it the West Coast? No. Is it the East Coast? No.
No.
Is it the South? No.
Is it the middle? No.
Yeah, it's literally just the rest of them.
Yeah, no, literally.
You might as well just call it the rest of them.
Oh, yeah, I'm part of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I started laughing when you were like, you have a bunch of coworkers from Kansas. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, do you ever look at them and go, we're not in Kansas anymore?
No, I've actually never done that before. But you know what? Maybe
of course
I
not,
will.
because you're a professional and I'm a child in a man's body. I'm laughing about it with how stupid it is right now. Because I'm like, I could barely get it out because I'm like, this is so dumb. But I would totally fucking do it though too.
Just over and over again.
Yeah. And the first time I do one of those that huh? That look you get it? You get it? I know I would.
It's okay. We all collectively have a acquaintance, I would say, named Kevin. And the first time I met Kevin, you don't know SpongeBob, but that's fine. There's a character in SpongeBob, and his name is Kevin. And SpongeBob, the first time he meets him, he goes, "Hi, Kevin." And so the first time I met Kevin, I to him, and he looks at me, and I go, from SpongeBob? And he goes, "No, I know." I said, "Okay." And I walked away.
No, I get it. It wasn't funny. I get it, though.
He said, "No, I get it." And I said, oh no.
Fantastic. Well, okay, so I was tasked with finding a way to introduce this section.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd have to do things like that. So, well, this intro for this isn't going to quite make sense, but just work with me on it, okay? This is still a work in progress.
We're all learning.
Before getting started, yeah, that's the part where you got to work with me on. It's time to warm up the scoop with some hot takes. Let's roll D20 and figure out today's flavor text.
Okay.
Was that fucking lame enough?
Okay.
Yeah, right? It's super fucking lame.
It almost sounded like you were getting paid and you were reading the script.
I wrote it
It's
down
definitely a
because I had to write it down. It was so terrible that I was like, I'll never
Put it on
remember
paper.
this. Put it on paper. Put it on digital.
We'll keep working it. We'll keep brainstorming.
We're gonna workshop it, okay?
Yeah,
At least I'm explaining what we're doing now. It's
Exactly.
step 1 complete.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a 15. What? Okay. Some of these I wrote because I had to get to 20. This is one of them.
Okay.
It literally just says name an animal.
Oh, Bryan.
I think the whole point was like, just like real quick, like what's the first animal you think of?
Giraffe.
An emu.
Rhino.
Oh, boo.
Really, Bryan?
That's
Wow.
always the first one I think of.
It's okay. Giraffe.
It's
is
that
also
or
the first
cat.
one I think of. Mine is giraffe or pigeon. So I really can't. I can't be
Yeah,
booing.
I was
you,
actually
but-
surprised you didn't do a pigeon there.
Well, my initial instinct when I think of animals, because my favorite animal growing up was a giraffe. My favorite animal now is a pigeon. But you know, like when you're a kid, you know, you fill out things and it's always like, "What's your favorite animal?" I always put giraffe. So that's where my brain immediately goes to that. But
Fair.
then it's a pigeon.
Gotcha.
Now imagine if your two animals were morphed together.
Well, Floyd pretty much picked that with emu.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you combine a giraffe and a pigeon. You get an emu.
Oh my God. We might have cracked
I
the
like
code on
dinosaur.
evolution.
Did I just blow your mind?
That's called evolution.
Right? I don't have a follow-up to that.
Everyone
just-
said sure.
Well, it's just like-
Sure, okay.
What are we going to say? Yes, you have a correct statement. It'd be like me saying to you guys, hey, did y'all know that the earth is fucking round?
I don't know. I was listening to one of our old episodes, and it sounds like some people, Floyd, are really pushing it for the flat earthers here.
When did I ever do that?
Probably the episode where I called myself a round earther or a round earth truther or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Because you would totally like just contrarian me on that shit.
I think it was an episode where Bryan was saying like Floyd has to be the center of attention all the time or something, or just say
yeah,
like
that
the
would make
most
sense.
controversial things. And of course he was like, "No, I don't." And then immediately after was like, "Yeah, well, the earth is flat." And I think everyone immediately went, "Oh, boo."
That actually, you know what? I think I remember that one.
Yeah, no, that one makes sense. Yes.
No, that was actually the one where I called myself the resident like hot take artist or
Oh,
something.
yes.
Ah, yeah,
Absolutely.
And Floyd instantly took offense to that.
He was like, "What?
or
What about me?"
was that the episode y'all called me an edgelord? And so I was like, fuck it.
Oh God! I mean, they all tie together because they're all correct.
Yeah.
right?
No. The edgelord episode is where you tried saying you liked Borderlands 3.
You're so right.
Yeah. I regret that. Wipe that from the internet.
Someone one day is gonna clip that and use it against you.
Yes, I will. I have all the files. I, in fact, have all the stuff we talk about before the podcast as well.
Dun dun dun.
So, happy spooky month, everyone.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky. Today is Friday the 13th, the day that
Yes.
we're recording.
It won't be by the time you hear this.
Yes. But I'm going to a concert later this evening, which is going to be really fun, and I hope it's a little spoopy scary. But I know every tattoo shop in Chicago is absolutely fucking struggling right now.
Ran rapid. Oh my God. Getting punched on.
I have a friend who, her and her brother wanted to go get a tattoo today, completely forgetting that it was Friday the 13th. And they texted me this morning. They said, "So we decided not to." And I said, "Oh, you think?"
Yeah.
I'm confused. What's with Friday the 13th and tattoo places?
Tattoo places do basically like flash sales on Friday the 13th.
So they
Oh.
they have Flash that's like Like, okay, so Floyd has a Friday the 13th tattoo. Is it great?
Which is going to get covered.
Yeah. It's not a good one. It's not a good one. But they have like flash work for like October and stuff like that, and prices are reduced. A lot of people do like $31 piercings or, like whatever. But tattoo places, it's first come, first serve, it's discounted, it's only flash, it's only certain parts of your body, whatever. But it's a lot of like spooky stuff where people are doing ghosts and witches hats and whatever.
Yeah.
But my friend was planning to go get a specific tattoo done and then was like, oh, you know what? Never mind. And I was like, yeah, you want to wait 7 hours in line just to be told they can't do your your specific design? I don't think so.
Yeah. Tattoos, man, that seems like one of those things where, oh, we have a sale today. Be like, not going there.
Yeah.
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 Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, people can way overcharge too. I've heard horror stories of that shit. But
they do.
But I'm like, there's got to be like that middle ground somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, $100 makes sense. 30?
Yeah.
Especially when this is my thing, they're rushing because they have like 40 other people waiting in line. So of course they're trying to make the most money and get the most people done. And, it's Flash, it's their own artwork, so obviously they're going to be maybe a little bit better at it than a picture you bring in. But still at the same time.
Or you're a test canvas.
Exactly.
They're like, man, I'm not that good at lettering, but tell you what, I'm going to be good by the end of today. Oh, yeah.
You go, Bryan.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to, that's just, Nintendo,
to
man.
Celebrate Friday the 13th, I'm forcing Bryan to play Arkham Horror with me.
Are you going to stream it?
This is the first I heard of it.
I know. I just thought about it right now.
we should set the cameras up and try and stream it then.
Yeah, that's what
I'm with it.
I don't think I've never played Arkham Horror, correct? Arkham.
Yes, you have.
The Arkham Horror card game? Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
That shit.
Or we can play the zombie one we never played.
We can also determine this after the podcast.
Yeah, you're right. Correct.
I love you and everything.
I mean, because it is spooky season, are you guys playing any spooky games right now?
No, I played Forza Motorsport this morning.
Oh, correct, because that just came out.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, that is scary driving at those speeds.
Very spooky. You can become a ghost real fast.
Yeah. So
it's spooky adjacent.
It's real life spooky.
Yes.
Not so much video game spooky.
Yes, I get that.
Especially the way that I have to drive when trying to pass some of the AI in the game.
You get road rage?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there was a couple times where someone hit me, and I'm like, I use the rewind. Because I'm still, just not that good now, because it's actually a sim racer, and I haven't done an actual, sim racer in a long time. So I'm still getting my chops up. But how does someone, nail me while I'm going around a corner? And, they T-bone me, and I'm like, you weren't turning at all. We're going into a corner. You should at least be turning. I get it. If we hit each other a bit, and I get hit on the inside because I'm coming around you on the outside of a curve, you might not be turning as tightly as I am, which generally if you're going on the inside, you're going to brake later. I shouldn't get full on T-boned. That just means you haven't turned at all. So I've had a couple times where that happens and it pisses me off. So I rewind and then I just get behind them. And when we go into the turn, I just, I rear end them at full speed and just push them off the course into the wall. And then, rewind again, because then I got to try and do the turn again. But no, there's been a couple of times where I'm like, oh, you're about to get fucking wrecked. Just to make myself feel better. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Bryan and I recently played we tried out Phasmophobia again.
Jesus, yeah.
Because it's been a very long time since we played that, and we used to all play very regularly. And man, oh man, the fact that they took away everything.
What you mean?
So right, they took away everyone's levels. Everyone starts back over at 0, and
What?
yeah. And so they give you a little plaque that says, thank you so much for playing before this update. Here is the level you were at, whatever. You get to wear it on your little shirt. It's cute. But what they added to the game, was tiers for each of the items you can get. So like your flashlight, EMF reader, all of those things. There's a tier list now. So you start at tier 1 and everything is horrible. Absolutely awful. And
dog shit.
Not only is it bad, but it literally says like it has poor range, or it has a poor ability. So even if you're playing on amateur, but you're playing with the worst items, that doesn't guarantee that like the EMF will go off, or it doesn't guarantee that it'll go off like frequently or in the right space or whatever. So Bryan and I, first of all, were actually terrified. Because the flashlights, we no longer have good flashlights. And to get the next best flashlight, you have to be level 19. So, and we're level 2? 3?
No, we got to 3 before we finished.
So, you're stuck with this absolutely ass of a flashlight.
It is so ass. I kept thinking it was off, and I had to keep I was like, oh my God, why is my flashlight off? And then I would turn it off, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's slightly darker in here. That was on. Damn."
It's bad.
It's worse than the old original flashlight.
Yes.
Damn.
And so you're stuck with it for a long time. And so Bryan and I were talking about it, and obviously there are some things that they changed that we don't like. I think the system that they have for buying and putting items into your truck is awful. Absolutely,
it's
one of the
even worse now.
One of the most awful things they could have done.
Yeah.
I ended up wasting money. I didn't even know I had purchased something.
Me too.
Because I didn't understand how it worked. But
okay, we own like 6 flashlights now.
For no reason. They're all bad.
Yep.
But I will say when we were playing, we were both actually scared, which I did enjoy because, when we would play before, it wasn't that we were scared because we had all of the like quote unquote best items that you could get. So it was always just like, all right, we're going in, whatever. And now Bryan and I run in, run out, run in, run out, run in, run out. And then Bryan was like, I don't want to go back in. Can we just guess? And when I was like, yeah, we can just guess. So I think it'll be fun to actually start leveling things up again, but trying to get the items in the first place is awful. It doesn't, it makes the game not fun. But the rest of it is still fun, in my opinion, going into the house and everything like that. But Bryan and I were like glued to each other because, our first game that we played, we had one flashlight. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Only one of us could hold the flashlight.
Because, you start with 0 money. And they only give you one flashlight. I couldn't even imagine if the first game we played was with 4 people. One flashlight with 4 people. Like,
they don't even give you basic items.
That's what we were saying. We were like,
one
why?
each of the basic, but literally one each, including the flashlight.
So it was,
We don't even have the film, not the the snappy, the camera picture, the
photo.
Nintendo Man photo camera. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the like recorder, but we don't
but you start
have...
with that one for some reason, which by the way, also terrible now.
But everything starts at like its most primitive,
so
basic level. Like
the thermometer. Oh my God, it's like an old mercury thermometer. Yeah. It's useless. Because it takes forever for the temperature to move on it. Like it acts like an actual thermometer. So like we got freezing temps and I'm holding the thermometer and I'm like, this thing is still at 45 degrees, but we could see our breath. I'm like, it's useless. You can't even use it now to find the, like, it's, I think the most go ahead.
No, sorry, you go.
I was going to say, I think the most frustrating thing is, like Maggie was saying, that the stuff doesn't work all the time. It literally tells you that.
Right.
That sometimes it won't give you a reading. But when you're starting out, you need to be able to find the ghost because that's the only way to make money to level up. And you don't have enough money where I'm like, I don't want to fucking die and lose what little money I have.
Yeah.
You know, that was the thing. Is like, I think part of the reason why I got to the point where I wasn't scared anymore. Number one, we were playing it all the time, so you get desensitized to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would still have times where it'd scare me. Like usually when it was the little kid, the lights would start blinking red in the house. That always got me. I was like, no, fuck this place. I'm out of here. But yeah, now
sometimes when we were streaming it and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah,
so funny.
Or I still have the clip of the ghost that ran through me when I was in that bathroom alone. Oh my god, I have never been so scared in my life.
Bryan and I were playing together this last time, and the ghost appeared, and I ran outside, and I turned around, and Bryan's coming down the stairs. He's like, "So you're just gonna leave me? So you're just gonna leave me in there?" And I was like, "Bitch, I got out. Are you kidding me? It's either you or me."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, she just booked on me and didn't say anything.
She's like, all right, I'm out of here.
Just gone.
The ghost showed up. So
I taught Maggie well.
The ghost showed up, and we were both quiet, obviously, because, you know, ghosts, if you talk or move or anything, they go towards you. It wasn't even hunting. It just, like, showed itself or whatever. I saw it. It went away. I'm out the jam. I was gone. And I turned around because I thought Bryan was right behind me, and I see him coming down the stairs, and he comes out, and he's like, "Oh, so you were just going to leave me in there?" I was like, "I'm sorry."
Well, like, it showed up, and we're trying to get evidence, so I'm, like, looking all over, and I'm expecting Maggie to be doing the same.
God.
And then at some point, I realize I'm alone in the room.
Ah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he just left me. I will say the proximity is so much better now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it actually, when you get away from each other, it gets quiet now again.
Mm.
You know, it's not super overly loud. Like, I turned Maggie up to 100%, but, like, if we were more than 2 rooms away, I couldn't hear her unless she was. So that's awesome, too.
And the walkie-talkies work again.
Yes, yes.
Which is nice.
They just need to fix that fucking buy in the inventory system.
It's awful. It's awful.
It's worse than the first time they changed it because now you can't even tell if you bought something or not.
Got it.
Like, it's just...
I was going to say.
It's
like, how could it be worse?
It's just worse. It's just, I don't know. It makes no sense. And then, like, you'll go to
it's
add
not
something
intuitive.
And you'll click the add button, but it won't add it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be on a special screen to add the stuff now?
Yeah, it's really
or something.
weird.
I don't fucking know. It is beyond unintuitive. Yeah, I'm like, just fix that. Please just fix that. Go back to how it was like when you first released the game.
Yeah, it made sense.
Because, like,
that one worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, that one, I screwed it up once and then went, oh, and then never screwed it up again.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I screw up multiple times a game session and still am like, I still don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like,
the spookiest part of the game, not knowing.
Yeah, not knowing if I added my equipment.
If you have your equipment. And we were playing on intermediate too. We were like, ah!
Yeah,
but now they added insanity mode. There's nightmare, and now there's insanity after nightmare, which we both agreed we would probably never play.
Well, we've played nightmare once, and we got killed within a minute and a half of being in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because we rolled a demon, and it just wiped us.
It said,
I assume on, like, insanity mode, the second you walk in, door locked.
Said, haha, I tricked you.
I mean,
there is no escaping.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where it's like, I get it. Some people are really good at this game. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good going up to advanced, where half the time we don't figure out what the fucking ghost is, and half of us die. That's a good level for me.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not gonna put enough time into this game to get better than that at it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like how it was before, I was tempted to play on my own, but now the way that it is, I will absolutely never be playing by myself.
Oh God, no. I got good at playing by myself for a while there.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
See, it's funny y'all brought this up because I was in one of those moods last night where I was just up and couldn't sleep. So I was like, you know what? I'm finna like I had the random thought. I was like, you know what? I'm finna like record a spooky game for spooky season, then edit the video and post it. And it was going to be Phasmo, and then I was like, I don't kind of feel like cleaning up, so I just didn't. But if I had loaded everything up and walked into that without knowing, it wouldn't have been no recording. I probably would have deleted the game. I was like, fuck it.
I mean, yeah, after this, I was pretty close to deleting it too, but I would still like to play like a 4-person game with y'all. I would like to see how that, works out. If it makes it any better or anything like that, but
right.
Yeah, it definitely went way down on my list of games I'm going to suggest when we all try to play something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want more spooky games to play with everyone. I really do, and I would love to be able to play some with you guys during the spookiest of spooky months. I'm trying to I'm trying to open my Steam to see what else I have.
We can play spooky games whenever.
That is true. However, it's better during the spookiest month of the year.
What, December?
Oh my God.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Floyd, I forgot we got Left 4 Dead to play together. Never played.
Oh, you know what?
It's still downloaded on my computer.
Me too.
I'm just waiting.
Me too.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, news. There's some news stuff.
News.
We like news.
Thinking of calling news toppings.
Toppings.
Yeah. Well, because my addendums and corrections, I'm thinking about calling double dip.
Oh, okay.
Because I figure if I'm going to do this lame-ass ice cream shit, I'm going to just do it for everything. We're going to go full lame. So, something we all saw coming a mile away. Microsoft has officially purchased Activision Blizzard King.
Yeah.
They wasted no time. Like,
they said,
yesterday,
gimme.
Well, it was literally yesterday the UK went, yeah, okay, Microsoft had to like make promises about cloud gaming to finally get them to be like, okay, you can do it.
They had to basically not do it themselves. So some third-party company, and it's one of the big ones too.
I know there was a deal with Ubisoft. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. They get the rights to like the cloud gaming in the UK. So I was like, that's kind of dumb, but whatever.
Yeah, because Ubisoft can't do shit right on PCs.
I know.
Yeah.
They said, we'll show you.
Yeah.
But Microsoft,
but we won't.
That was Microsoft basically saying, we don't care about cloud gaming, or we won't for a long time anyway. So
yeah, I mean, the infrastructure is not there. They've just started, yeah. Listen, there's a reason that Stadia didn't work out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, not everybody has fucking internet that fast to make it viable.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like we will, but it's going to take another 10 years before enough people have internet at the speeds to make cloud gaming viable.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really care about cloud gaming. I guess it might make things cheaper in the long run.
It's convenient.
Yeah, but then you own even less of the game.
I mean, yeah.
And we're already at the point where we don't own much of our game to begin with.
Yeah.
That's also true.
And once it's on cloud gaming, you can't mod it. You know what I mean? Because everything's on a separate server. None of it's on your personal equipment. You can't change. You can't do anything to change it. Like we would finally, once cloud gaming becomes the way people game, it's over. We're done. Like,
people always find a way.
Yeah, but you can't mod it when it's on a separate server. It's not like that's what I'm saying. Cloud gaming, you're doing it's all internet. Like it's not. It doesn't use any of your hardware to cloud game. You like so Stadia. The whole thing was you had a controller, and the controller was just the thing that communicated with Google's servers. And that's like how you got the game. Like, so none of it played on your systems. You needed the controller and a TV, and that was it. So none of it runs on any of your systems. Yeah. So that's why I'm against cloud gaming. I get the convenience of it, and once like we have the infrastructure for it, yeah, it would be really cool. Like I don't mind doing it to try a game out kind of deal, but
right.
No. Fuck you. I'm downloading my game. If it's my game, I'm downloading it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, even that like doesn't give me, you know, watertight fucking ownership of it, but at least I can modify it if I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, much like the law has been passed in California for right to repair. Except for video game consoles.
Which is so weird. Because they count as electronics.
Mm-hmm. But it was something very specifically you know that they had cut out of it. Somebody lobbied real hard for that. I would assume Microsoft.
Nintendo.
You think Nintendo?
I mean, 100% Nintendo.
I'll be honest with you, it's probably all of them. But yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Nintendo America would definitely probably, they don't want anyone touching their shit.
They probably push the hardest.
Very likely, yeah. Yeah, Nintendo is definitely the Disney of the video game companies. You know, we say it's for kids, but no. Don't let those people near your kids. Yeah, so I mean, but I still it's cool. It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The CEO of Unity stepped down.
As he should.
No shit. Also, I didn't fully read that article, but it sounds like they're walking back almost everything they were going to do.
Yes. As they should.
Yes.
But now, I just want to see what company is he going to go fuck up next, because you know he's going to get hired. Well, like somebody's going to hire him.
He's definitely going to get hired because Unity makes so much money off of their advertising services now, which is the big reason why it's also like, why are you changing the price? You're not even making most of your money off of this. Like, so he's going to use all that technology for the ads that he's just going to get a job with some other like digital ad company.
Yeah.
You know, because he proved, I can do this really well and make you money. And no company cares about that. They'll be like, you had a public misstep and you stepped down. Well, you're going to come over here. You're going to try and fuck people over again. This time we'll see.
Just do it for us.
Yeah. Seriously. Being a CEO for a company is like this job where you never really lose the job no matter how poor of a job you do. Because a different company will just hire you to be CEO. And it's like, what's your experience with running a company? Oh, well, I ran these 3 companies into the ground. You're hired. You have 30 years of experience.
Yeah, perfect.
Whereas anyone with half a brain would go, 30 years experience running companies into the ground. And I go, 30 years experience.
They said, that's what I said.
Yeah, like, you all need to listen to the whole sentence. Sometimes the other words are important.
Only sometimes, though.
Yeah, only sometimes.
They just hire him to make them a bunch of money in the short term, knowing he's going to get fired or step down in a couple years. It's like, hey, if you make us a bunch of money in between time, go ahead, big dog. Go ahead.
Well, of course, because also the people hiring him, the board doesn't give a shit if the company goes under, because what's going to happen is the stock price is going to get jacked up. They're going to sell the stock to make money. And then they're going to use that money to buy other things, and it's all fake anyway, and stocks don't exist. But whatever. Oh, yeah, so you want the really sad news with the Microsoft acquisition? Is that Bobby Kotick will remain the Activision 3 CEO through the end of 2023 as they close it out. So, dickhead who oversaw that stain of a company that, with the fucking, all the bullshit that happened, not only doesn't have to step down, gets to continue, and he's going to have all his stock bought out, and he'll get his bonuses for millions of dollars. Oh, and by the way, they had another CEO that'll go run another company.
Yep.
Because
Wild.
the merger went through. So he'll be also seen as a successful CEO. Even though he had nothing to do with the merger. He didn't. Microsoft went, Microsoft went, gimme, we want, and he went, yeah, okay, bet.
Okay.
I can do that. Fucking hell. Make me a fucking CEO. I can do nothing. I can do nothing all day. I'm really good at that.
What he negotiated for was his bonuses and the bonuses of all the other executives.
Yeah.
And that was it.
If I had a company for you, Bri, I would make you CEO.
Oh, thanks. If this podcast were a company, I'd already be CEO.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, I'm also like head editor.
Yeah, pretty much running the whole show.
Head writer.
I'm co-host.
I do marketing.
I too am co-host. That's crazy.
Hey, those are important jobs, and I appreciate both of you for your hard work and dedication.
Thank you. We work very hard.
I like being here.
I mean, I like having you here. Otherwise, it'd just be me talking to my fucking self. I do that enough.
No
one needs to hear the recording of that.
When Bryan hit the Discord early in his Floyd pod today, I walked into his room and it's like, I quit. He's like, all right.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, no fight.
Yeah, that was my response. I was like, all right.
He said, great.
I got two others.
We're all walking out together.
Yeah, all right, fine.
We're starting a union, okay?
Union.
I give in to whatever your demands are.
God damn you, pro-union ass.
Yeah, seriously, what do you think I was going to do?
I just wanted to
I'm sorry,
quit.
what do you want? Better working conditions? I don't know how to give those to you. Listen, I'll give you a 300% raise.
I'll take it.
Bet.
Yeah, what's 300% of nothing?
Nothing.
And stock options.
Woo!
Those are also worth nothing.
Woo!
But I'll give you a controlling share of Edie Beatty.
Ooh, I like Edie Beatty.
Oh wait, no, that's BDED. There we go. I don't even know the fucking name of our own.
Edie
Edie Beatty.
EBDBDBDBDBDD.
Words are hard.
Nintendo man. Yeah. Oh my god. So, hey, I know. We're caught up on YouTube now.
Woo! It didn't take a year.
I told you it wouldn't. I said it'd probably be ready by the next episode. So last week's episode went up today, which is multiple days ago for when anyone's listening to this. So
correct.
Now, every Monday, as soon as the episode has gone up on my hosting site, which is usually about an hour before it gets out onto all the podcast sites, I will then upload directly from there to YouTube. So the YouTube one should be up about an hour after the podcast. Podcast sites usually take about an hour to get the update, and then YouTube takes about 2 hours to get the update.
Got it.
So
nice.
And I'm still trying to do the stuff to get our Instagram going.
Woohoo!
Whoa, we love that.
Eventually we'll have social media.
We have a social media. We are on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. I still don't know how to use it, so
It's just like Twitter.
I'd never had a Twitter.
Oh, well. It's just like Blue Sky.
Yay!
It's like Instagram without as many pictures.
Yay!
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's all the same shit.
I
You
know.
love that.
No, I don't. But okay.
Oh.
Floyd's in charge of our TikTok, so he'll let you know when those are up.
Woohoo!
Whoa.
Woohoo!
When did we talk about that?
It was in your new union contract.
Damn.
Haha.
I should have read the fine
You
print.
should have.
All right. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And Maggie's busy enough.
I'm a very busy
I was gonna say,
lady.
honestly, I'm just happy the days Maggie can be here. Like, she's got a lot of shit going on right
here.
now. And Maggie's here.
Yay!
Sophia,
Union.
when the fuck did you get in here?
How did she get in there?
That girl's strong.
She's got that cute little scruff going on right now.
I'm surprised she still. It only took her an hour, Brian.
Yeah.
She got over.
Oh yeah, no, she was bugging me when I went out to get my water before we started recording.
What happened?
The catnip. It was the catnip.
It probably was. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we gave her the front line for her the issues.
Got it.
Yeah, so she was a grumpy kitty for a minute.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bought her some fancy wet food because I knew she was gonna be
She
upset.
said,
she
"See, I love
fucking
you."
ignored that shit so
She
hard.
did. She won't in a little bit when she get hungry and she go over there and see it.
Oh yeah, she probably ate some already.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get completely off topic, which I think we just were this whole episode, does anybody got anything else?
I mean, there's a new-ish cozy game that just came out that I've been watching some people play, and it's called Moonstone Island, which is basically like if you took Stardew Valley, like the art style of Stardew Valley, pixel, and added Pokemon to it, so like old school Pokemon.
Ooh.
And
I'm into all that so far.
It's a turn-based, like it's a video game, but it's like it's a card game. So it's like
I'm out.
like what is it, Hearthstone or something? Like when you do it's like that.
Oh, so like the battles are like card game style.
And
I could get over that.
You're a witch, you're an alchemist who is also a witch traveling, and you know how like in Stardew it's like you have 3 years to appease your dead grandfather kind of thing.
Yes.
On Moonstone Island you have a year, you like leave home for a year to figure out what kind of alchemist you want to be and start your life and stuff like that. There is dating in it. All of the villagers are very cute. There's different islands you can go to. There's mining, there's combat, there's all that stuff. So it is very cute. I have not played it. I've watched a lot of gameplay of it though, so I'm planning on getting it. It is, very cute.
Cool.
Nice.
Great.
Lords of the Fallen came out today.
I don't know what that is.
It's Souls-like.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are you
so
guys
they
gonna
did.
be playing it?
They did The Lords of the Fallen. That was the first game they did, and it's all right. It was. I mean, you could definitely, it wasn't as good as a Souls-like because
Yeah. It's hard to do.
It is. I mean, props to anyone who takes a chance to do a Souls-like. Most of them fuck it up, and that's where your props go away. Like Liza P was no good. Will Long was absolute trash. Yeah, I will. I mean, this has been on I've been looking at this one to try, but I'm not buying any games right now. I
feel that.
Yeah.
But just I mean, I it makes sense for this game to come out today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, also, honestly, if I give it a month, it'll fix whatever's wrong with it. We all know there's going to be something wrong with it.
Super Mario Brothers Wonder came out today, or at least yesterday. I don't know. It just came out. It's out now, and I'm not a big Super Mario person, so I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. If somebody has it, I'll play it. But I haven't bought a Mario game, like mainline Mario game, since Sunshine. Can you get your fucking claws off of me?
Oh my God.
Which is what he said with the Mario games, because he realized they were all the same, and he was like, "You gotta let me go. I'm done with this." He said,
"Let me go."
But one game I am interested in is Sonic Superstars.
Yes,
we've been talking about
that.
I'm super excited about that game.
We need to all play that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
The Chaos, which will be perfect because there's Chaos Emeralds in that game.
Yes.
So, the Chaos is very fitting. Yeah, I was talking about that one last week. I saw it and I was like, "Ooh, I want." And I haven't given a shit about a Sonic game in forever.
Same, actually.
Like, even everyone who's like, "Oh, but they did these ones and they're really good," and I'm like, I don't care.
It's like,
I don't give a shit.
Nah, yeah.
And this one,
once you lost me, you lost me.
Yeah, this one's like, well, there are 4 people can play at once, and I was like, go on.
Go on. No, my
and it's 2D, and I'm like, cool, shut up and take my money.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend and I have played through like 2 or 3 Super Marios together. So when this Super Mario was announced, I think went feral, like foaming at the mouth for it. So I will definitely be playing it, and I will let you all know how it is.
I'm pretty sure you two will force me to play it at some point.
At some point, yeah.
I mean, if you bring it around and hand me a controller, I'll play it.
Okay.
I'm never gonna purchase another Mario game because I'm sorry, they're mostly all the same, and I'm just.
I have not purchased one myself in years. My friend always buys them, always.
Fair,
so I just go over to her place and play it with her. So I'm assuming this is going to be the same thing.
The same, yeah.
Also, she makes more money than me, so I don't feel bad. She should be buying them.
I wouldn't feel bad anyway if she's the one that's into it. Like, then yeah.
Oh, I'm very into it.
Well, it's kind of like that same thing. Like, I don't expect any of you to buy Ultimate Chicken Horse. I wanted that game. Now that I own it, so then I force you all to play it.
Yes.
That's how things work.
Yeah.
There are way more games.
This friendship works.
Yes. There are way more games I'm willing to play than there are games I'm willing to buy.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
I 100% can agree with that.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Woo, spooky.
I
I think that's it for this week, y'all. What do you think?
Yeah.
The ice cream's melted. It's dripping out the bottom of the cone, and it's time to suck your hand and go home. That was terrible. I didn't like that at all.
Okay.
Did you, Brian? I think you're
okay,
too old for this, but Floyd knows Out of the Box, and the way that you were just setting that up, I just wanted to sing the Out of the Box song.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So long, farewell to you, my friend. That's exactly what it sounded like in my head, that you were like waving off the children until you said suck it out of your hand.
Well,
and
like
I
when
said,
you have a cone and it melts and it...
No, I understand what you meant.
It just sound. No, I like in my head I was like, yeah, that'll be it, and then I said it and I went, that's terrible. Why? I don't even know why I thought that'd be okay in my head. Nintendo man. All right. We love y'all.
You.
Not like that. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.